Let's look at what we just did in the previous video. We've made our database communicate with the server, and we've registered our first user, which was Anne. But now we want to respond to the front end with this new user, Anne. So how can we do that? Well, if this is success, in which case we want to do a .then, which we have here. If we get a response, in that case, we want to send a response.json. And this response.json will respond with, well, what should it respond with? Luckily for us, Connects, again, is built with this in mind and has a feature that is, or a method that is called returning. So instead of us doing another select statement and grabbing Anne, we can just say returning all. So this says that users insert Anne and return all the columns. Let's see if that works. If that works, I can just place the response here. Let's check it out. Going to save, open up Postman. I'm going to add a new user. We'll just say Anne with an E. Hit send. Look at that. I get an array that is Anne. Amazing. Looks like it's working. If I go back to the database and do select star from users, there's 2 users. But the one that I received is just Anne. Let's create a new user. I'm going to create John. Cookies. We'll remember this guy. Click send. We get John. Amazing. Let's check with the front end to see that this actually works. If I go back here, let's just change this into user, just so it's more descriptive. So we're returning the user. But we also want to make sure that it's not an array and we're returning the object. So we'll just do user, the first one. Because when we register a user, there should only be 1. And we also want to make sure that if in case there's an error, we respond with a response.json error. Or perhaps we can even do a status 400. Let's give that a go. Oh, and this should be, catch. Let's say that again, to catch any errors that might happen here. If I go back here and try to register with the same John, I get, look at that, an error. And we see that key email John already exists. This is an important point here. We get a 400 error, but we are returning information about our database. We now know that in this database, John already exists. And one of the big security principles is you want to make sure that you don't give the client any information about your system. And this is not good. So perhaps instead of returning the error, we can just say unable to join or unable to register. If we save, send again, unable to register 400 bad request. Amazing. Let's see if that actually works with our front end now. I go back to my app, click on register, and let's register with a completely new user. We'll do Amy. Email will be theamy@gmail.com. Password 123. Password 123. Register. Amy, your current entry count is 0. How cool is that? And just to make sure that Amy got registered, if we go back to our database and I do select, or I can just press up because we've done this before, I have Amy in my database. So cool. So we've done the register. Everything looks pretty nice. There's a few more endpoints to fix, so let's do that. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.